Welcome back to Inside Dr. Herman's Head. If you're lucky enough to have joined us for the first time and wandered into my head accidentally, this is an hour-long call-in show. It's a live call-in show. Call in, and you get to speak to both me and my co-host, Greg Big Show Larson. Happy Sunday night, Big Show.
Happy Sunday, Dr. Herman.
I'm so happy Sunday came when it did, because there's so much to talk about. And like I was saying, I would love for any of you to call in and talk to anything that's happened this past week or whatever is on your mind with us. You can call the Headline Hotline at 570-420-9670 and talk to us here on Pocono 96.7. You know what just occurred to me?
What's that?
As the intro happened, I don't know where it came. Just now, it popped in my head.
What's this?
I have never in my life hocked a loogie.
Come on.
I have never been able to hock a loogie. I've seen it done in movies over and over again.
Not a real, hefty one.
Really? I can just barely spit. But I remember kids that could nail something off a post from five paces away. And it was always disgusting. It wasn't something I felt bad about, but I just...
Yeah, I could spit, too. I didn't really have that direction or aim or anything like that. Not like that Seinfeld episode with Keith Hernandez spit at Kramer and bounced off.
One magic loogie.
One magic loogie.
No, I don't. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I admit my failures where that happened, and just like the fact that I'm not a professional radio celebrity. But I got to tell you, my wife, Terry, is a doll, because she's from Europe,
right?
And a lot of American sayings don't occur to her. They don't really, they don't make sense to her. Occasionally, she'll say to me, "Why do you say that? That doesn't make sense." And usually, it doesn't. You have to go back and try to figure out where it came from. But she recently, not recently, a little while ago, heard of the expression "break a leg."
Oh, yeah, for the first time?
For the first time. Now, I've never done anything in which anybody would ever wish me to break a leg, honestly. I've had people who didn't like me and wished I would break a leg. But you're in show business. So,
I've had people say that, and I'm always like, no, please don't say that. I don't need the bad luck. I'm already broken. Please.
Irretrievably broken. But before each show, she wishes me to break a leg. I think it's cute.
Nice. That's cool.
And I hurt myself in many, many other ways. I haven't broken a leg since the show started, though. So I got a really bad hangnail last week, and I don't blame that on her. Hangnail.
Come on.
I have been very excited about today because for those of you who join us each week and listen to us, I haven't really introduced what I would consider to be regular segments, but there's a segment that I would like to introduce today.
A new segment.
Segment. It'll pop up from time to time.
All right.
I'm thinking about it once every 4 to 6 weeks because it's gonna, I really want to collect something really good to say, but I have a few. This is something which I actually debuted once on Gary's show, Gary in the Morning, during the week on the morning hours. Shout out to Gary and Lisa. But it's a segment that I like to call That's Not News.
Oh, really?
That's Not News, just for those of you who can't figure it out from the title, is devoted to news items that aren't newsworthy. Things that they're taking up your time with that really you couldn't possibly care less about. And you know what? Can I digress? It's my show. I can digress.
Do whatever you want. Yeah.
I want to back up just for 10 seconds here and go back to...
Beep,
okay.
Beep.
Thank you very much. I'm not... From the back, I don't look that wide, I hope. But the expression, couldn't care less.
Right.
Can I please?
Yes.
Okay. I think that you would agree that nowadays you can find a lot more people saying could care less.
Right.
As opposed to couldn't care less.
Right.
Can we clear it up?
Sure.
It should be couldn't care less.
Couldn't care less.
I could not care less, which for obvious reasons mean you could not care less.
Right.
If you say you could care less, what does it mean?
It means you could care less. You're not caring as less as you should, or
which means you care.
There's more that you could care less.
To some degree, you care.
You're caring a little bit.
Okay. All right. So these are things that you could not really care less about. And in this past week, let's see. First of all, I have that. For about 20 minutes at the National Convention of Mayors. Did you know that we have this?
A mayor's convention?
Mayor's convention. Mayors of different towns around the country attend this annual gathering.
Okay.
I don't know if they have to be invited. I don't know if every mayor in the country is invited. I know they certainly don't all go. There would be way too many mayors. But this year they have it in Mayorapalooza. Yeah. It definitely looks okay. You know what? If they want more people to attend, that would be the name.
That would be it.
Or Burning Mayor.
Yeah.
Have an effigy of a giant mayor. And
Mayorchella. What is that other one? That Coachella or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know.
That didn't work as good as
Let's
Mayorapalooza,
go back
I'll
to
tell you
Mayorapalooza. Anyway, the International Gathering of Mayors, whatever it's actually called, in Indianapolis. And for some reason, there were two people there who I don't know why they were there. They didn't belong. They're not mayors of anything. Okay. And it made news that they spent 20 minutes talking to each other. Okay? And if I asked you to guess who they were, and I gave you 10 years, you couldn't guess who these people were.
Yeah, I don't know.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Lady Gaga, who couldn't be considered the mayor of anything, and the Dalai Lama. They were there, and they had a very nice 20-minute conversation that the press covered extensively.
Oh, well, I'm glad they could. Hopefully they learned from each other in that 20 minutes.
He talked about how old he was, and she talked about, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what she's all about. You know why I don't know? I couldn't care less. Oh! That's right. Thank you, Dice. Dice couldn't care either. So let's pass that because it's not news. Prince is back in the news.
Again.
Yes.
This guy's not leaving.
You know what? How many celebrities do you know that once they die, they're not done yet? Right?
Oh, I mean, come on now. Elvis is still with us.
Elvis, Tupac, right? They're all okay.
Tupac's here too.
Still putting out albums every year. Well, Prince is back in the news. They sold his yellow guitar.
Oh.
And you know what?
No.
That's not news.
That's really not good for that guy.
It's not news. Let me ask you a question. On a scale of 0 to 10, you personally, Big Show, how much do you care about that particular bit of information?
No, I really don't. At all.
0 to 10?
Yeah, 0.
0?
Yeah, I didn't need to know that.
And you're a guitarist.
Yeah, I can play.
Okay? All right. That tells us something right there. I mean, I would imagine the drummer would only care maybe 0.2.
Yeah.
But a guitarist, okay, not at all. Here's one. Bill Cunningham is dead.
Who?
Okay, and let's move on from that. The Great Pyramid, ostensibly, in Giza, Egypt, was originally lopsided. It wasn't as specifically built as everybody thought it was.
So all right. What?
They always marveled at how exact it was. They measured it. It was exact to the umpteenth of an inch, and they couldn't believe that for the time that it was built that it was so exact, and they had the tools to measure the way they did with these giant blocks. Now they're saying that it actually originally was slightly lopsided.
All right. What's killing me about the whole thing is, who is this? Where's this team that's doing this for their living? Let's measure the pyramids. It's lopsided. Tell everybody.
I'll tell you what I know, only because you ask, not because it's news. Okay,
yeah, it's not new. Well, it baffles me that somewhere is news, and we got people figuring that out. That's what's killing me.
Exactly, and people are getting stabbed on the stairs in
I do things
Sacramento.
that people think are stupid too, but I mean that's just. Come on.
Somebody's getting paid to figure this out.
That's what I'm talking about.
They figured out that there used to be a layer there was a covering over the stones, almost like a plaster.
All right.
I forget what they called it exactly, but there was a covering to make it all nice and smooth, like you put over something that's, when you build with concrete blocks, you put a layer of something after. Okay. Well, they figured out with the layer and the thickness it should have been or whatever, and they rebuilt it using computer models, that it was actually a little bit off. Not as off as to look at it and see it like you do with the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but...
if anything's not news, that's right there.
Okay, good. Well, that's the kind of stuff that we're going to be not focusing on for That's Not News in the future. If you have anything that you heard about that's not news that you want to tell us about, I guess we'll entertain you. Give us a call at the headline hotline at 570-420-9670. What else? There is one thing that I did hear about, which was absolutely outlandish. It concerns the really ill-fated already, and it hasn't even happened yet, Olympics coming up this year in Rio.
I heard they really haven't sold many tickets for that, and they're worried.
They're losing athletes.
Oh, really? People? Yeah. Well, don't they have that disease going on over there right now?
Like the Zika virus? Is that what it is?
Something like that.
the water's dirty, and there are a lot of water sports.
Right.
The crime is insane. Actually, there was a Paralympian, okay, a disabled Olympian,
right,
mugged on the street last week.
Oh my God.
I'm waiting to see countries start backing out left and right. It's just, you feel bad because the people they train for years and years and years, and now that do you want to put your life on the line so that you can run 100 meters and take a chance? I don't know,
Bad news.
But this is really, really crazy. It gets crazier and crazier every day. It's kind of like the American race for the president. But well, not getting into that right now. But in Rio, okay, they chose a year or two ago that the mascot for the 2016 Olympics. Did you know what it was?
No.
It's an indigenous, a jaguar.
Oh, okay.
Now, the jaguar is, I guess, indigenous to Brazil, and it's a tough animal and everything, so they picked it as the mascot. And they made a very happy-looking mascot, of course, to represent the jaguar. And it's been, around for all kinds of press gatherings and
right, yeah.
Press releases.
Get them out there.
Absolutely, take
pictures
of photo ops.
The Olympics, yeah.
Well, they had a ceremony a day or two ago where they were doing something with the Olympic torch. Now, I know it starts in Athens and it makes its way to Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's there yet or what the story is, but they had the torch and they had a bunch of dignitaries and they had a real live jaguar in this circle that they had set up for this celebration of this gathering that they were doing. And the jaguar was chained down.
All right.
So that it wouldn't go crazy.
Right. I mean, it's in a crowd. There's people.
There's people all around. It's right. And they raised the torch, and they were doing something with the torch, and the way that they were moving the torch, which was relatively close to the animal, I understand, caused the animal to freak out.
Right.
And it was flipping out. It was I guess afraid of the torch or whatever it was.
Yeah, spooked it out.
So you ready for this? They tranked it.
Okay.
They tranquilized the animal.
Okay.
And then, again, I don't really know what chain of events led to it, but they eventually killed it.
What?
They killed the animal because they were afraid it was getting out of the chains or something like that.
After they drugged it.
They ended up shooting it. I know that they tranquilized it and then ultimately ended up shooting it and killing it.
My God.
And it was supposed to be there as a live representation of the Olympics.
Right.
And they ended up killing this jaguar in this...
here's your mascot that you just killed.
There you go. So welcome to the Olympics. If that's not indicative and illustrative of what this process has been for the Brazilians, then
that's crazy.
I'm sure that there are Brazilians and Brazilians of people that are upset about this.
All right. I was going to bring Dice back for that, but
no, that's all we need for the first section of the show. Oh man. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to take a little break over here. But before I go, I would like to talk about my favorite paid sponsor of the show.
Yes.
I know people listening have come under the impression that I really, really love Thai food. And I really do love Thai food.
Hey, I like it, man. I've been there now.
I like food of all different kinds, but Thai food has become one of my favorites since Thai Orchid opened up in Stroudsburg. And you, my friend, had the opportunity.
Yes, I did.
Tell me.
It was gorgeous. The flavor. I didn't even have, like even Nick said, he goes, man, that's Thai 101. I had the pad Thai, basic. Wasn't hot, wasn't whatever. It doesn't matter. The flavor of that thing was amazing.
It's a balance.
I loved it.
It has just enough of this, just enough of that. They balance everything.
I mean, it was my first chance, you know what I mean? First try, so I wanted to, go middle of the road. But that was amazing. Those desserts we had were amazing. That, what was it, the champagne mango?
Yeah, right?
Oh, my God.
Over the sticky rice.
Yeah, and then the best thing in the world is that Thai tea, though.
That stuff is incredible. That by itself brings people back. It's amazing. Yeah. It's unlike anything else.
I almost wanted to go and get one before the show.
Ooh, that would have been a good idea. Yeah. We're going to make that a thing that we do each week.
Be a staple.
You know what? Find out what we're talking about. It's absolutely amazing. We'll talk about it some more later on. Thai Orchid down on the corner of Sarah Street and 9th Street in Stroudsburg. Go and stop by and see Kanya and watch her cook and taste the incredible, incredible food that's over there. Give them a call if you like. It's 570-421-1717. That's 570-421-1717. They do a great takeout also, but they do have tables, and they'd love you to come and stay for a while. Thai Orchid down in Stroudsburg.
Tell everybody your name.
Melinda.
How do you spell that?
Like me, Linda. M-E.
That's easy.
Linda.
Me, Gary. You're a patient of Dr. Herman.
I am, yes. I've had back trouble for a very long time. I was in a car accident when I was 16. I worked with disabled children. It was very physical. Ended up on the basement floor. I couldn't get up. I met Dr. Herman. I thought, why not give it a try? Because everybody else loves their Dr. Herman. He put me on a regular schedule. He has me feeling good. I can do normal things and not worry about laying on the basement floor anymore.
So you felt better than you ever have?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't have to worry either. You know, I can go kayaking or I can go on a long trip up to New York and not have to worry anymore. He's there for me.
He's a friendly guy.
And smart.
He's a friendly guy. Give me the phrase.
I love my Dr. Herman.
$25 visits for life. Give Dr. Herman a call at 424-LIFE. That's 424-LIFE. And you'll be saying,
I love my Dr. Herman.
You're listening to Inside Dr. Herman's Head every Sunday night starting at 7 o'clock right here on Pocono 96.7. And now, back to the good doctor.
All right, we're back. I love the breaks where they talk about me.
You're everywhere.
That's how I do's it.
That's how I do's it.
Hey, Greg.
Yes.
Hot enough for you?
Yeah.
Don't you hate that?
Come on, man. You know, yeah.
Hot enough for you? Enough of that already. But you know what? It's very hot.
Yeah, it's very hot. I don't like it at all.
It's been very hot, and guys like you and I, we don't do well in the heat.
No.
But it's a wet heat.
That's what I don't like about it.
Well, you know what? The wet heat keeps you cool. You sweat, so you cool off.
Yeah, that's true.
You could be living in Arizona.
Oh, but it's a dry heat. It's a dry heat out there. It's only 145, but it's a dry heat.
I was there the first time I ever went to Arizona. You been there?
No, I've
Southwest?
I've never been to Arizona, no.
You know what? It really is a dry heat, and it's very uncomfortable.
Well, the thing about the dry heat is that, like, you know, you don't even know you're sweating because it's just sucking it out of your skin. You can have a heat stroke right away from that, can't you?
It's a bizarre experience. It really is. And people have heat strokes without realizing that.
You don't even know. You think you're good, and then.
The first time I was ever in the Southwest, I went to Scottsdale, Arizona, and we had landed in the Phoenix, the Sky Harbor Airport in Phoenix, and we were with another couple, and they rented a convertible Mustang.
Okay.
We had our newborn baby, my daughter Bethany, our first. She was only a couple of months old, so we got a minivan. But they had a convertible Mustang, and they got their car. It was the middle of June. It was just right around this week. That time it was years ago, and they got their car and they put the top down, and they drove out. We were following them. They get out on the highway, middle of the day. And it was about 110 degrees outside.
Oh, man.
We drove about a mile. That was it.
Yeah.
And they pulled in the shoulder. We had no idea what they were doing.
Put the top up.
The top comes up. And then they locked it on up, and then they went where we were going. And we got there. I said, what was that with the roof? He says, dude, it's like hot needles piercing your skin.
Yeah.
It's just terrible.
I mean, driving with that's got to be like a blow dryer in your face. Like
it's unbearable. It's unbearable. And that's not even the hottest that it gets down there. Like in Death Valley, I've been in Death Valley at midnight in California, driving from L.A. to Las Vegas.
Okay.
And we were just about crossing the border from California into Nevada. And Danielle, my daughter, was sitting behind me in the car. It was, I tell me, this is absolutely true, 11:45 at night. We were driving overnight.
Right.
About a 5-hour drive. And I was talking about something, and she said, Daddy, feel the glass outside. I touched the glass on the side. It was hot enough to, I would think, melt.
Oh, my God.
And I checked the temperature. It was 102 degrees at pitch black at 11:45 in the morning at night. Absolutely insane how hot it gets out there. But the reason I'm bringing it up is because it struck me that this week they were talking about how hot it was in Arizona. Mm-hmm. And they said in the news report that they were having trouble keeping track of and helping out stranded hikers.
Yeah, I don't... Come on now. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, who's crazy? Who's crazier? Wait, the hikers or the people that go out after them, knowing how bad it is?
Well, I mean, the people that go out after them got to be like, all right, you're trying to go save somebody. I get it, but who's going hiking? Like, today's a good day. I'm going hiking.
If you're a fighter, and you go into a burning building to help somebody,
right?
You are the greatest hero that could be.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
people don't get into those situations willingly, intentionally.
Right.
If you are a hostage and somebody goes in, the Navy SEALs go in to rescue you.
Right.
You're not in that situation out of choice.
Right.
But if you're a hiker and you decide, hey, let's go out and take a walk in the desert on a 125-degree day, don't forget to bring your bottle of water. If you were pulling 20 gallons of water behind you, you'd still be crazy.
That's I don't get it. I don't know. I'm not from the West Coast. I don't get it.
I don't think you have to be from the West Coast. That's crazy.
But people are doing it. That's what I'm saying. Are these people that have grown up out there their whole lives going, it's nothing, I've done it before, I'll be good. And then this one time it just got them, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
What makes you have that decision? That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to be there. That's you know what I mean?
That's never a good rationale for anything. I never got the hiking thing to begin with. If I got a comfortable chair, where am I hiking?
Yeah,
where am I walking to?
I mean, look at me. You know what's happening.
You are the big show.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's 2 G's in that.
Yeah. Hike this.
Oh, man. What do you got for us today?
Oh, my God. All right. There's something that's been bothering me. It's bothering me a little bit, but not as much as it's bothering other people.
Complain away.
The new Ghostbusters movie that's coming out. Have you heard about the outrage over this new Ghostbusters movie that's coming out?
I heard about it. Can I say something about remakes?
All right, well, that's one thing. All right, go ahead.
Well, is that not what it was?
It's not an official remake because they're calling it a reimagining because it really has it's new.
Is the story totally different?
It's new. That's what I'm getting from it.
Okay, because I've always been the kind of person that if I like something, I'm interested to see the way it's interpreted by other people. I'm a music file. I love music. I have 37,000 songs on my iPad, and many, many, many of them are cover versions of original songs that I liked.
Right.
I like to hear. Sometimes I don't like them, but I'm interested to hear what other people do.
Right.
I have some songs in there. I have 40 versions. And the same with movies. If I see a movie that I like, I'm interested to see how other people, and I don't always like it. I very often don't like a remake of something or a reimagining of something. But it's interesting to see. I thought this sounded very interesting because
I thought it sounded very interesting too. I really did. I mean, I'm still going to go see it. I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. That's my age group. Like I grew up when I was a kid when the first movie came out. Classic, still to this day, I love it.
What was that? 82,
84,
84. Okay.
And so then I also grew up with the toys, the cartoons, all that stuff.
Okay.
And it went for like 15 years before it died out, and then.
It was there was a Ghostbusters 2, wasn't there?
There was a Ghostbusters 2, which was I don't like that one as much, but
I don't think I ever saw. Was it the same actors?
Same actors.
Oh, really?
But this is what I'm getting out of this one is that, and it's not really like the whole thing about it. The cast is now women.
Has that ever been done before? Was a movie ever remade just because it was a different like women instead of men or men versus women?
I'll tell you the truth. I'm not sure, but the internet
all about Evan instead of all about.
I have no idea if it happened before, but all I know is with this Ghostbusters thing,
the
internet is upset, man. They are pissed.
Really?
And, yeah, from what I read, it's actually the most hated movie trailer in YouTube history from all the comments.
That's another YouTube phenomenon, people really caring about the trailers.
Right, like because of all the comments it's gotten on YouTube.
Okay.
So
is the movie out yet?
It's not even out yet.
Okay.
And people are outraged. Now, what's getting me is, and people can chime in on this because I kind of want to know. If you're a Ghostbusters fan, give us a call and let me know because, all right, Dan Aykroyd had a part in writing it, like he did the original with Harold Ramis, I believe. All right, Harold Ramis is
Harold
gone.
Ramis.
Yeah, he's gone. So we got Aykroyd. Now,
did Harold Ramis know about this before he died?
They were talking about it forever.
Was he supporting
while he was still around, and they made a video game that they wrote together.
Oh, okay.
But now that he's gone, they're doing this movie, and this is what kind of kills me. Bill Murray, Ernie Hudson, and Dan Aykroyd are in it.
Okay.
They're doing little cameos, but they're not the characters that they were from the Ghostbusters. They're other people.
Well, like a guy sweeping the street or something
like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
so it's a missed opportunity.
There's got to be like the reason why Star Wars did it right with the new one was like, okay, we have a whole new cast that it ended with, but we still had Princess Leia, Chewbacca, Han Solo, and all. It was like a passing of the torch.
True.
You know, like,
but they were also passing through that time and into another time. That had something to do with that. Star Trek did that too, and they brought them back as the original characters.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like there needs to be this passing of the torch. Now they're just calling it Ghostbusters with the same logo that they always did, and we got
same logo
with the ghost and the non-smoking symbol. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we got four women who are four completely different characters. The story's taken a new direction. Like, I could see if they were like Ghostbusters: The Next Generation or Ghostbusters, something like that. Like, but just to call it, like, I'm a little upset, but the world over the internet is highly upset about this.
Well, I'm wondering just about that one thing you said about the original actors. I'm wondering if they didn't want to play the original.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because like Dan Aykroyd's a part of Ghostbusters, like writing. So like he's
the writing team. Yeah,
so he's had to have a say like that in it, but. I mean,
Bill Murray's so weird. You don't know what he could have been like. Oh, I want to do that, or I don't want any part of that.
I'm going to check it out, but because I'm a fan, I look into this stuff, and I cannot believe the hate for something that's not even out yet.
Makes you feel bad for the ladies who are.
I do, because you know what, and they're funny. They're funny women.
Yeah.
And I really don't understand the whole. But you know what's really getting me?
What?
All right. When I was a kid, they had High C, had a soft drink.
Right.
Ecto Cooler.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, the green.
Awesome. One of the best flavored things I've ever had in
my life. Did I bring it back?
It's back.
Okay.
I can't find it.
Really?
I'm pulling.
You figure that'd be all over the place?
My last 3 hairs out trying to find this stuff.
It's so amazing you brought it up, because just last night I was in the supermarket and I noticed Twinkies with green filling.
They have Ecto Twinkies.
Ecto Twinkies, yeah.
But no, I want some Ecto Cooler, man. And I went to all the big stores. They don't have it. I can order from Amazon, but I shouldn't have to. And that's killing me.
Ah, man.
I want some Ecto Cooler. They even took Slimer off the box, off the label. But,
I wonder if it's the original Monsters, too. Like, is Slimer in it, too?
Well,
Slimer's in it. But it's a very incidental part. He plays a street sweeper or something like that. He's a teacher,
That's another thing about this, too.
That would be funny.
Because I have seen different trailers, different clips, and things like that. Now, if you remember the original Ghostbusters, the ghosts were still kind of scary looking. They were still kind of creepy. They looked like something wicked or evil or something.
Yeah, except for Slimer, because it was always so funny.
No, but except for Slimer, he was the one eating hot dogs and stuff. But everything else was kind of like looked like a dead something or whatever.
I will tell you this, if I can just interject. I originally laughed hilariously at the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but when they cut back to him and they have that angry face, that scared me. I was like, no, that's not supposed to be.
Yeah, he was
something
mad.
Sacrilegious about the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man being angry.
The thing about the ghosts in this one, they're very like cartoonish.
Seriously?
Bright colored looking, cartoonish looking.
With all the CGI they have now?
Right. So right there, I was like, come on, you're killing me. Like, that's just...
They should be worse than Alien and Predator.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, especially if you're going to try and legitimize this whole thing, like, now we got...
So it's just a joke.
So we got four women Ghostbusters fighting Casper the Friendly Ghost. That's what it's looking like.
Nah, that's... you're making me not want to see it.
Well,
you're ruining it
I had
for
to
me.
talk about it, and I got to see it for myself, because I'm not hating it. I'm not hating the fact that there's 4 women in it. I'm hating the fact that...
I think it's a great concept.
Right, everything else around it is killing me. Like,
I don't think it's a necessary thing to do. I don't think it's the kind of thing.
No.
You know what? Gee, I think they should remake Ghostbusters with women. But if they're going to do it, I mean, they certainly have funny women. One of the reasons I can't wait to see Leslie Jones. I love Leslie Jones. Yeah. She is great. Everything she does is great.
The thing that is good about this, but at the same time, it's kind of funny that all the products, because I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid, man. That's me. I don't care what anybody
Toys
says.
R Us man.
I still go to the toy departments and stores and stuff and check out action figures and everything. They're bringing back. I can buy a Slimer doll. I can buy a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man doll, and it all says Classic Ghostbusters on it. So they're selling the old stuff because this new movie's coming out.
I can imagine what the original toys were worth now.
Oh, well, I looked that stuff up. They're worth bucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they have like the original toys? Did they have like you could cross the streams and stuff? Did they have the lasers that came out and things?
Yeah, all the original toys that came out were based off the cartoon series, so it was a little different. But yeah, I mean, it's just amazing to me about how much hate for something that's not even out yet. No one's even seen this thing yet.
Well, that's what the internet does.
You know, and
it'll either make something into a tremendous success before you've ever seen it, or destroy it before it's ever seen.
It's just killing me because it's like, especially lately, you know, politically in this country, it seems like you know, racism's bigger than ever.
Yeah, it is.
And this just proves sexism's bigger than ever. Because all those comments, you read all those comments, it's not because it's a reboot of Ghostbusters. It's because there's 4 women playing the Ghostbusters. And people are not having it.
That's not even sad or ridiculous. It's stupid. It is.
It is stupid. And I guarantee 90% of these guys are living in their parents' basement doing this stuff on a laptop. Well, but, you know, what are you going to do?
But you know what? The fact that when you say, just to take umbrage with one thing you say that it's racism is worse than it ever was, or sexism. I think it just. I wasn't alive and, you know. Well, I think what it does is it not to get too heavy on these things, but it shows that it never went away.
Never did, no.
And I don't think it ever could. And that's how much faith I have in human beings. I don't think that the hate ever goes away. I think they just find a way to subdue it.
Just stays dormant for a while.
That's what political correctness was invented to keep all the bad words and all the bad feelings down underneath.
Right.
Because, as you can see with our friend Donald, who is in a potential position to become the leader of our country, okay, the hateism is all still there.
Yeah.
All the things people ever hated for all the stupid reasons there are to hate things still exists.
Yep.
So
and, you know, and it's all come out because a guy who is running to be our new leader is voicing it.
Because when you have a certain station, you can open your mouth and say those things. And you know what? Not everybody can do that and still maintain their popularity and actually become more popular because of it.
Right.
So it says something about our country and the people who live here, and you know what? Good. We get what we deserve. And
it's an amazing thing.
I love America, and I love the fact that we can destroy ourselves if we want to, damn it. Anyway, I'm going to... Oh, that was a little heavy for us.
That was.
A little bit heavy.
That was a little bit heavy.
I'm going to take a breather, grab a drink, and let's listen to some great theme music. And a spot or two. We'll come back to Inside Dr. Herman's Head on Pocono 96.7.
We once again ask 12 Pennsylvania kids who are waiting to be adopted what having a permanent home would mean to them.
I want somebody who would just keep care for me no matter what.
I dream about growing up in one house with one family.
There are hundreds of Pennsylvania kids over the age of 12 looking for someone like you to be their foster or adoptive parent. Learn how at adoptpakids.org or call 1-800-585-SWAN.
I'm a great kid. I love to have you for a family.
Family is something every kid deserves.
Sponsored by Pennsylvania Department of Human Services.
You're listening to Inside Dr. Herman's Head every Sunday night starting at 7 o'clock right here on Pocono 96.7. And now, back to the Good Doctor.
What's going on over there?
Damn it. I can't. It shouldn't be this hard to get into a box to get a donut. Forget it.
The struggle is real.
Yeah, this show is in real time. Don't come here looking for a donut. I can't get into the box. All right. The heck with the donut. Can I talk about the movies too?
Yeah, of course. Please.
Because this is summertime.
It is.
And I was thinking this morning about how the summertime blockbusters that would have possibly been considered for the Oscars like 20 and 30 years ago now never are. No. It's got to be somebody with a disease or some war story or something. But I want to talk about a movie which I have not seen yet, but I want to because I really like the original. It was Finding Dory.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
I want to see that, too,
I thought Finding Nemo was very cute.
No, yeah, I don't care what anybody says. I like Disney movies.
It's cute. I like Ellen DeGeneres. I think she's nice. She's funny, and I like the character. But I read a very interesting story today.
What happened?
Apparently, 14 years ago, Oh, we have a call?
We do.
Oh, what I can say can certainly wait.
Right.
Who we got? Let's see. Thank you for calling Inside Dr. Herman's Head on the Headline Hotline. Who's with us today?
Oh, my God.
God's with us.
Oh, my God. No. I'm just beckoning God. I'm not God. I know you started talking about the Dory thing, and I'm turning down my radio, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about right now. Can we go back to Ghostbusters?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Did you see it?
What? No.
Okay.
No, but get a life, folks. Really? We're angry over a movie? How shallow.
The most hated trailer ever.
How shallow. The movie's not even out. Oh, the trailer, there's women in it, and I can't get a date. I'm going to write something on the internet because I'm in my mom's basement. Shut up.
Remember when movies are supposed to be entertaining? Go and enjoy yourself.
Right,
and then...
Right.
It's
Who
a comedy.
cares?
It's a comedy. It's not
Look,
even a real
it's
story.
one thing if it's Citizen Kane or Casablanca. They're filing it. It's Ghostbusters.
I had a great idea. We should remake Casablanca with an all-Muslim cast.
I already did that.
I had it to the box office.
It's been done.
It's a great Istanbul. Man, I'm looking forward to seeing Ghostbusters.
I'm going to see it. I don't care what anybody says.
When is it coming out?
This summer. That's all I know.
This summer?
That's all I know.
All right,
it's supposed to be a summer movie. So
it looks very funny. It looks funnier than the original, and the women are better. Get over it. Bill Murray went in as a character, not even himself. He's enjoying it. Get over yourself.
That's right.
Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you for calling, my man.
Love the show.
Thank you. We love you too.
See you guys. Bye.
Later.
I think I know who that was. I don't know what to say, but I think I know. It sounds like somebody better get to sleep soon so we can get up early tomorrow morning.
No, that was whatever. That was a good opinion.
Yeah, it was absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
Yep.
Getting back to Finding Dory, I read this morning and I thought this was just so 21st century. Apparently,
what's going on?
Finding Nemo 14 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you can imagine.
That long ago? I'm sorry.
It was 14 years ago.
That just stabbed me in the brain when you said
You were
that.
just a glimmer in somebody's eye. They apparently had a problem with supplying enough clownfish to people who wanted clownfish as pets.
Oh, no.
Because people, well, you know what? If you think about it, after Benji, everybody wanted a mutt to look like Benji.
People, man.
And after Flipper, everybody wanted a dolphin. Well, I don't know about that. But
everybody had a dolphin in the backyard in the pool.
After Harry met the Hendersons, everybody wanted a monster in the house. So everybody wanted clownfish.
Right.
And they had trouble supplying enough clownfish for everybody who wanted clownfish as pets. Now, allegedly, when they couldn't produce enough farmed clownfish, they went and actually captured them in insane numbers off the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, where they find the most plentiful. And they essentially, I don't know, they said essentially, I don't know what that means exactly, but essentially extincted them from the Great Barrier Reef. It's very hard to find clownfish now. So... But what they did say was clownfish can be kept in captivity relatively easily. They are exotic fish, but you can set up an aquarium where you can keep them healthy and keep them alive if you do the right things. Here's the problem. You know what a blue tang is, right?
I'm not sure. A
blue tang is the species that dory is.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
All right.
Dory, is very, very hard to find. Which is funny, because it's Finding Dory. Blue tangs are not easily found in the wild, and there are places that are farming them, but they're farming them for trying to release them back into the wild to increase their numbers.
Okay, that makes sense.
And they're supposedly very, very hard to keep in captivity. They don't do well under the stress of being in an aquarium or being, I guess, around plastic divers or little treasure chests and things. But so they're very concerned about what's going to happen to the world population of blue tangs now that Finding Dory is going to be is so popular.
Oh, I just can't believe it. People, that's just, come
on.
Well,
I want to know what Ellen DeGeneres is going to do about it.
What she's going to do
about it? I think this is terrible. She's destroying the population of the species. And, if they go extinct, you'll have Ellen DeGeneres to thank for it. And what a way to end a career. Look what happened to Bill Cosby, and look what happened to, Fatty Arbuckle.
Poor Bill. Whenever I think about
Fatty Arbuckle. I know. Famous comedians that fell from grace. Ellen,
whenever I think of Bill, I just go back to Fat Albert, man. Those were the good times for me with Bill. Otherwise...
And that's where it ended. On a Saturday morning when you were 8 years old.
That was my Fat Albert impression, but that wasn't very good.
I think it's possible that Dory has jumped the shark.
Man, that wasn't a good story.
Yeah, but it was a long way to go for a shark joke.
Yeah.
You were talking about something before that was interesting.
There's something that's... I don't know...
I think this is a good idea.
You think it's a good idea?
I'm not going to back you up on this one, but go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, that's the thing. I'm in between. A part of me thinks it's insanity. A part of it.
No, this is capitalism. Capitalism is best. Tell people about it.
Otherwise, it's convenient. There's these things now that Amazon has put out called the Dash button.
Amazon marketers are geniuses.
Amazon is pretty crazy. They're ahead.
Is that Jeff Bezos? Is that him?
Oh, I don't even know.
The CEO, I think Bezos is. I think that's him. Anyway,
but
they're geniuses in marketing.
Yeah, they created these things called a Dash button. Now, it's this little plastic object with a button on it, and then alongside the button, it'll have the product name of whatever product you want. And I mean any product.
I think they have a sticky back so you can put them on something.
They have a sticky back. So say, napkins. You use a certain brand of napkins or something like that, and the cabinet that you keep them in, you put this little button there with the sticky back on your cabinet door. You can go and open your cabinet, and you go, oh, my God, I'm almost out of these napkins. You just press that button, and in a few days, they show up at your door.
You know what? It's
great. Like,
it's
to me,
futuristic stuff that's finally here that I think is great.
Like, that's what it is. Like, it's convenient and useful, but to me, the thought of it is just like, what? Like, I never thought I'd see something like that, I think. Like that, I'm blown away by these Amazon Dash buttons. And, I mean, any product. There's one for condoms.
Like, you reach in the drawer, no condoms. Push the button. Amazon, help me.
Yeah. I'm sorry, baby. You got to wait 3 days. But, no, I mean...
razor blades and stuff like that and toilet paper.
Yeah, anything like that. I mean, the K-cups for your coffee, things like that. Like
Now, let me ask you a question. If
chewing gum.
Well, Amazon has same-day delivery now also, right? You can get certain things at certain places the same day.
I think so, yeah.
And they also use drones, right?
They have drones.
So things like toilet paper or condoms that you need immediately...
It'll be there within a few hours.
Push the button twice and give us about 30 seconds and we'll hook you up.
Oh, my God.
I think it's great. I think that it's cool that they thought of it first. And I don't think it'll be long before you see that it's a success and other people will be doing it.
It's blowing me away.
You'll have Target buttons, Target or something like that.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing too. Yeah, everyone's gonna ride on this. You know what I mean?
It's great marketing. I think that. Unfortunately, I think that it's going to be fraught with technical difficulties, like everything else is. I'll push a button because I need, toilet paper towels, and I'll say, sorry, no internet access.
Yeah.
Your monitors, your
it's all
router's
Wi-Fi.
down or something.
Yeah, it's all Wi-Fi, and you got to have a battery in the thing. What if you don't know the battery's dead and you're pushing the button, you're waiting for your stuff?
You got to push another button for a battery. Wait 3 days to get a battery so you can put it in the thing to water tissues.
I don't know. I kind of want to get one now to see what this is all about.
Yeah, can you imagine having these things all over your house?
That's the whole thing. Any product you get one for.
Every time you open a cabinet, you push a button for
there.
Tomato sauce, and it's just another way to move stuff around. But again, it feeds
another way
into
to keep people out of the brick and mortar stores too.
That's true too, and that's where we're going.
Right,
it's further out. Yeah. But the problem is, we don't have a button. This is going to be so political. Are you ready? You're going to fall out of your apolitical chair on this one.
Oh, man.
We don't have a button to get somebody a job.
Oh, my God.
We have more and more ways to consume things, to buy and use and consume. We don't. That's all we're doing in America is consuming. We need to produce more things. And I don't want to get into more political stuff than that.
No, man.
It's just, but in and of itself, I think it's a great. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I would vote for it if I was on the.
I want to check it out. I want to try it because I know it is one of those things. I know the first time I press it and something shows up, then I'll be excited.
Right.
You know.
You know what? I want to do an epilogue.
Yeah.
Remember we talked a couple of weeks about the rebate check,
oh, yeah.
the rebate card. In case any of you were wondering about the rebate situation, where I got a rebate card from Staples, and after 2 cards, they weren't working, and they had to send me a third one. They sent me a third one, and the date was wrong on that one, too.
What is going on? Who's the guy that this is his job?
They're just, well, now I got a guy that says he's going to escalate it to the uppermost echelon of their customer service. I said, you shouldn't even have to need one of those levels.
No.
And he says in 7 to 10 business days, they'll let me know how they're going to handle it and what they're going to do to get my $44 back.
I just can't believe that it won't work just because the date is wrong. I mean,
in the
it's
computer,
still before, it's not expired, so it shouldn't matter.
The most recent card they sent me said on the card that it expired June of 17, next year, a year from now. And in their computer it says 12/16, so it won't work.
See, but that's weird because it's not like that date has passed. So it should work. That, in my mind, it should work.
Correct. That's my point.
And here you are the third time getting on the phone with these people, getting a third card. Write me a check.
And
Cut me a check.
And say, you know what? I noticed something even more ludicrous since we told the story the first time.
What's that?
On the card, I showed you the card.
Yes,
on the card itself, it has a picture
of the easy button.
The easy button.
Yeah, that's right.
From Staples. That's all it is, the easy button. Nothing should be easier, right? Nah, the easy button. Nope, can't use it. So now I'm specifically calling out the people at Staples to change their system because it stinks and you people are getting on my nerves.
Yeah, it definitely does.
And I don't want people to get on my nerves because I got a Sunday night show from 7 to 8. You get inside Dr. Herman's Head, everybody's going to hear about it.
Everyone knows.
That's right. So I have some more stuff to talk about. I'm going to talk about Thai Orchid right now.
Yes.
My favorite paid sponsor. Thai Orchid. I like talking about specific foods from Thai Orchid.
Good.
Because a lot of people don't go in, they don't know what to eat.
Yeah.
They don't know what to order, and they have a lot of questions. Things are either have names that they're not accustomed to, whether it's in Thai, and they don't know what the Thai words mean. But here's one, which is one of my favorites. You don't have to understand any Thai at all. It's number N5 on the noodle and fried rice menu, and it's pineapple fried rice. And, you think, it just sounds easy. It's fried rice with pineapple in it. But it's got other stuff in it that you don't normally get in fried rice. And the sauce that the Kanye uses to make it is phenomenal. A totally different taste than you would imagine or that you've ever had before. And very, very good with Thai iced tea. Keep pushing the Thai iced tea.
Thai iced tea, man. That's the stuff. Next week, if we don't have that, there's something wrong.
But what I will say, which a lot of people don't know, Thai Orchid caters. And I have not had the pleasure of being at a fair or a gathering where Thai Orchid catered, but I would like to be invited to one. So if anybody out there is thinking about having a get together and having Thai Orchid cater it, the food's going to be insane. I know that, but please invite Big Show and I because free Thai Orchid food would be a dream come true. But go down there and find out for yourself what the food's like. It's absolutely insane. Corner of Sarah Street and 9th Street in Stroudsburg. Across from what used to be a Hess station and is now a big empty gas station.
Yes.
But there's plenty of parking at Thai Orchid, too, so you don't have to use the closed gas station. The phone number is 570-421-1717. That's 421-1717. Down for Kanya's Thai Orchid. Give them a call. Make a reservation on a weekend night because it's not easy to get a table. But their takeout is just as good. It's just it's in your house. Let's see. Play me some music, and I'll think of what's in my head next.
All right.
Hey.
Hi.
Trivia at Wintergreen's Restaurant every Wednesday night starting at 6 o'clock.
Oh.
Doesn't cost you a dime. You get a chance to win some fabulous stuff. There's good food and drink there. And I'm your host. Couldn't ask for more.
Well, you could, but...
You wouldn't get it.
You're not going to get it. Trivia, you say?
I do.
What kind of questions?
You want one?
Yeah, I do. Give me a good one.
What do you get when you combine a donkey with a zebra?
I have no idea.
A zonkey.
That's not a real thing.
Wonder what they get when they combine a horse and a boar.
Okay, enough of that.
So stop out at Wintergreen, 6 o'clock, if you think you know the answer to that question, and you can win some fabulous prizes. With me, Gary in the Morning. Tell everybody your name.
Melinda.
How do you spell that?
Like me, Linda. M-E.
That's easy.
Linda.
Me, Gary. You're a patient of Dr. Herman.
I am, yes. I've had back trouble for a very long time. I was in a car accident when I was 16. I worked with disabled children. It was very physical. Ended up on the basement floor. I couldn't get up. I met Dr. Herman. I thought, why not give it a try? Because everybody else loves their Dr. Herman. He put me on a regular schedule. He has me feeling good. I can do normal things and not worry about laying on the basement floor anymore.
So you felt better than you ever have, or?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't have to worry either. You know, I can go kayaking or I can go on a long trip up to New York and not have to worry anymore. He's there for me.
He's a friendly guy.
And smart.
He's a friendly guy. Give me the phrase.
I love my Dr. Herman.
$25 visits for life. Give Dr. Herman a call at 424-LIFE. That's 424-LIFE. And you'll be saying,
I love my Dr. Herman.
You're listening to Inside Dr. Herman's Head every Sunday night starting at 7 o'clock right here on Pocono 96.7. And now, back to the Good Doctor.
It's good to be back.
We're here.
It's a nice fit. It's a nice fit. Fits well. I don't stick out in the back. Welcome back to Inside Dr. Herman's Head here on Pocono 96.7. Once again, our headline hotline is 570-420-9670. I was just thinking about all the poor people stuck on Route 80 heading out of the Poconos who no doubt are listening to us, and we'd love you to call in to the headline hotline. Tell us what you think about being stuck on Route 80 and all the wonderful things you did in the Poconos this weekend. I will mention, while it's on my mind, that my name is Dr. Jan Herman. I'm a chiropractor locally, and I like to fool around and do this kind of stuff on the weekends. My office is down. Fooling around on the weekends when I'm not a chiropractor. But I am a chiropractor during the week at Herman Family Chiropractic Center on West Main Street in Stroudsburg. Give us a call at 570-424-LIFE. Stop by and tell me what you think when you're in the office, too.
I'll be there.
Yeah, that's right. Big Show's there at least a couple of times a week hanging out.
Twice a week.
Twice a week, taking care of his spine and getting ready for the show.
That's right.
Hashing things out.
Good brainstorming sessions happen at the office.
That's true. We get about half of what we're talking about,
Yeah.
just from what happens in the office and what all the craziness that we see. I'd like to announce something.
What is
a contest.
Oh, yeah?
I want to have a contest.
I'm down.
Most people who know me know that I'm a stickler for grammar and spelling. I always seem to pick up the grammatical mistakes, the spelling.
Right.
Did I tell you that I was in the hospital visiting my dad about a month ago?
I know. Yeah, I know you've been in there. How's he doing, by the way?
He's status quo. Hopefully getting better, but he's having a tough time. So thinking about your dad, love you. Hope you're getting better. But I went down to visit him. I go down about once a week or so. But I was there about a month ago, and I went into the elevator at the hospital, and as they have stanchions with signs outside the elevator, just advertising things that are happening.
Right.
And as the doors were shutting, I noticed that they were having some kind of convention or seminar or something, and it was about some kind of classification of diseases. And as the doors shut, I noticed diseases had an apostrophe right before the S. This is a major, one of the top 10 number one university hospitals in the country.
You should have told him.
Yeah. I shouted it in the elevator. Yeah. Nobody heard me. So I maybe it's because of the way the Miss Danis taught me when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I am the world's greatest comma expert. I know my commas. And grammar and spelling, I'm really, really big stickler for it.
I was never the best at that stuff, so I'm sorry when I send you text messages that are awful. But it is what it is.
But on the contrary, when I send you a text message, sometimes I'll send it twice, and it's almost like a game for you to find out what I screwed up in the first one, right?
You do send sometimes some things twice, yes.
But they're never exactly the same. There's always a mistake.
I'll tell you the truth, I don't know. Sometimes when it comes back and I look at it, I go, oh, he sent that again. So I really look. So now you're telling me.
It's like a game. It's like find the mistake in the first one.
Hey, I got a word find with Dr. Herman.
That's right. I'll never send it again unless I made a mistake in the first. I try to proofread it before I send it, but if I'm in a hurry, I'll send it and then fix it and send it again. So this is the contest.
Okay. What are we doing?
I am going to give a $25 gift certificate to Thai Orchid.
Nice.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Our favorite, paid sponsor. Okay. $25 gift certificate for anybody that can mail me an Asian restaurant menu.
That's it?
With everything spelled correctly and grammatically correct.
Oh, we're never going to have a winner.
And I'm not saying, believe me, I'm not saying that Asian menus are the only places where grammatical mistakes are, but they're the places where in my life I've noticed them the most.
Right.
And I think that an Asian menu with everything spelled right, and I am disqualifying Thai Orchid's menu.
Right. Well, you kind of got. I kind of feel like you got to give them that because they're translating.
But they should have somebody who has a command of the person who prints the menu.
Proofreader.
Well, years ago I said that the person who prints the menu should catch these things.
Right.
But now people are printing them themselves.
Right.
So
yeah, exactly.
Just like there have been many times when I've seen billboards spelled wrong. Professional signs.
Billboards. That's
people who actually make signs for their businesses, and they have a professional sign maker make the sign. And you think that even they would get it right. So, by the way, this is wrong. I'll fix it when it's professionally made signs that hang up permanently to identify businesses spelled wrong.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
That's unconscionable. It really is. So, my office is Herman Family Chiropractic Center. The address is 1718 West Main Street in Stroudsburg. The zip is 18360. And if you mail me with your address, your return address, an Asian menu where everything is spelled correctly, grammatically correct, then I will send you a $25 gift certificate for Thai Orchid in Stroudsburg to introduce you to the wonderments of Thai food.
That's an awesome prize.
That'll get you a lot of Thai iced tea.
Yeah. Man, that's it right there.
And if we get more than one, then it will be the most grammatically correct and spelled right, because I know that none of you are going to get it absolutely right. So, send that to me. We'll continue. The test will be ongoing until I find one that I'm happy enough with to give the prize to.
That's pretty cool, man. I hope somebody finds something, because that's a good gift. That's a good prize.
Yeah, so it's like Christmas early.
Yeah.
Thai Christmas early. Well, that was a nice show. That was a fun show.
Yeah, that was a cool show, man.
I had a good time. And
I always have a good time.
I would like to thank our caller for calling in.
Yes, thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller. Hopefully next week more people will.
Opinion. I loved it.
And we completely agree with you on that too.
Yep.
We would like more people to call in next week to the headline hotline 570-420-9670. I want to thank my wife Terry for wishing me to break a leg.
Thank you, Terry.
No broken legs this week, honey. Just a good show. Thank you. And, hey, we love you, me and Big Show. We'll see you back here next week, 7 p.m. on Pocono 96.7. Until then, take a deep breath, count to 10. It's all going to be all right.
All right. Peace out.